The story of humanity isn't written in books of history. It's etched in moments. Moments that changed absolutely everything. Imagine that first spark of fire, a flickering beacon of hope in a dark, cold cave. The first wheel, a clumsy wooden circle starting its long journey across the earth. The first word pressed onto a page, a single drop of ink that started a tidal wave of knowledge. Each one of these moments was a door, and behind every single door was a brand new world, a new possibility. For thousands of years, our story was simple: survival. Fire wasn't just warmth. It was light against the darkness, a shield against the predators, and a gathering point for the first communities. It was hope made tangible. Then came the first tools, rough stone shaped by human hands. With these, we didn't just survive the world, we began to shape it. We carved, we built, we hunted more efficiently, and then the wheel. It seems so simple now, but it carried us farther and faster than our own feet ever could. It transformed our world from a small, walkable patch of land into a vast horizon of opportunity. With these tools, our small villages grew into bustling towns, which then blossomed into mighty cities, and eventually into sprawling empires. We built roads that stretched like arteries across entire continents, and along these roads, trade routes carried more than just spices and silks. They carried ideas. New ways of thinking, new philosophies, new stories. These ideas were the sparks that would ignite revolutions, both of the mind and of nations. Then came a revolution of a different kind. The printing press. Suddenly, words and knowledge, once the exclusive property of scribes and kings, could be copied and spread faster than ever before. It shattered the silence of ignorance. Books were no longer priceless treasures chained to library walls. They were messengers carrying thoughts across time and space. Knowledge truly became power, and it was a power that was being democratized for the first time in history. With this explosion of accessible information, science flourished. We started to look up at the stars not just with wonder, but with calculation. Art blossomed, capturing the human experience with newfound depth and realism. Humanity began to ask bigger, bolder questions. What lies beyond that distant horizon? What secrets do the stars hold? We were no longer just surviving. We were exploring, questioning, reaching for the unknown. Centuries rolled by, and the quiet hum of nature was joined by a new sound, the powerful hum of engines. Steam trains roared across landscapes, stitching countries together with iron tracks. Great steamships conquered the vast, unforgiving oceans, connecting continents in ways previously unimaginable. Factories, like new iron giants, rose from the ground, their smokestacks reaching for the sky. The Industrial Revolution was upon us, and it transformed everything. But this incredible progress came with a heavy price. The air filled with smoke, the rivers ran dark, and the work was grueling. It was a time of smoke, sweat, and sacrifice. Yet, even through the hardship, humanity pressed onward. Driven by this unquenchable thirst for more, for better, for faster, we were restless, always seeking the next frontier. And then, a new kind of magic entered our lives: electricity. With the flick of a switch, it banished the night. Sitigloed became bright. The telephone followed, weaving voices across miles, shrinking distance with every call. Radios brought music, news, and stories directly into our living rooms, creating a shared cultural experience for millions. Screens began to flicker with moving pictures, and for the first time, we could see the world, its people, and its stories without leaving our hometown. The world, once so vast and mysterious, suddenly felt smaller, more connected. The next leap was monumental: computers. At first, they were massive machines, filling entire rooms, whirring and clicking as they crunched numbers. But they shrank, and they shrank, until they were small enough to fit in your pocket. Then, the Internet exploded into existence. It wasn't just a network of machines. It was a network of people. It wove billions of individual lives into a single, intricate, global web of connection, information, and communication. And now, here we are. Standing on the cusp of 2025, we live in a world where the line between reality and imagination is blurring every single day, where artificial intelligence anticipates your needs before you even think to speak them. A world where augmented reality can turn your living room into a lush rainforest, a historic battlefield, or an interactive classroom for your kids. We've reached a point where sustainability isn't just a trendy option. It's a necessity for our survival. Gaming is no longer just a pastime. It's a global culture, a vibrant community, a platform for unbound creativity. And the music and art we love, they're now co-created with intelligent algorithms that seem to understand the very depths of your soul. Picture this. You wake up in a home that knows you better than you know yourself. The walls subtly shift their colors to match your mood, creating a calming blue or an energizing yellow. Your coffee machine has already brewed the perfect blend, sourced from an ethical farm on the other side of the world and delivered by a silent drone that left no carbon footprint. You look in the mirror, and it doesn't just show your reflection. It reflects your goals, your health stats from the night, and your progress for the week, offering quiet encouragement. You step outside, but your world isn't limited by the physical streets and buildings around you. You put on a pair of sleek AR glasses, and suddenly you're running through the Sahara at sunrise, feeling the virtual heat, seeing the dunes stretch before you. Or maybe you'd prefer to explore the rings of Saturn before you even have breakfast. Every step you take is tracked, every heartbeat is analyzed, and every personal achievement is seamlessly shared with your friends across the globe who cheer you on. Fitness has become an epic game, and that game is literally saving and extending lives. Later in the day, you want to escape. You slip on a lightweight VR headset and you don't just watch a story, you enter a universe where you are the hero. You choose the path. You make the decisions. You shape the narrative. The characters you interact with are so emotionally intelligent, so convincingly you get their code. And you're not alone. Millions of other people are right there with you, creating a shared multiverse of endless, user-generated adventures. Classic tales from our childhood are being reborn in these interactive forms, allowing us to experience them in a whole new way. And when you one with some mute play playlist, you become the composer. AI-powered platforms can generate songs tailored specifically to your current emotions, blending genres in ways no human has ever imagined. You can take a bit of classical, mix it with lo-fi beats, add a touch of futuristic synth, and create something uniquely yours. Art is no longer a one-way street. It's a dynamic dialogue, and you are a vital part of the conversation. As night falls, you look back at the day and realize something profound. Every choice you made mattered. The sustainable coffee you drank, the virtual run that saved energy, the art you co-created. Every action had an impact, shaping not just your own life, but the future of our planet. Because in this world, technology isn't just about making things easier or more convenient. It's about deeper connection. It's about ensuring our long-term sustainability, and it's about finding a greater sense of purpose in our daily lives. And as you drift off to sleep. One powerful thought lingers in your mind. This is just the beginning. From those first sparks in a cave to reaching for the stars, from the first wheel to building worlds without borders. Humanity's incredible story is far, far from over. The next chapter, well, that chapter is yours to write. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through time. If you found this inspiring, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. What do you think the future holds? Let me know in the comments below.